Hello, everybody. How is your night? A little bit late getting started here, but we are in for a fun matchup here. It's going to be Nick862 versus Andrew2137, two of the finalists for the most recent 12-2 competition, and they're going to be going head-to-head, and it's going to be a wild ride for sure. So yeah, both of these players definitely have been at the top of the game, and it's going to be a full contact 1v1. The way that it's going to work is it's going to be a best of 5. The 3 players the first 3 matches will be on each of the robots, so Inertia, OG, and Roboteers. At which point, the player that is down on the series is going to choose what robot they would like to be on. And then they will play until one of them wins 3 times. Which will be absolutely fantastic. And we shall see if it goes the distance. A few people in chat as they come trickling in, but yeah, Nick862 versus Andrew2137. Chat, what are your thoughts on this? On these guys? Who are you supporting to take away the W here? Nick very dominant in the 12-2, but Andrew definitely no slouch. OG only? No, it's all 3 robots for the first 3 matches. And then whoever's down in the series will pick the next matchup, and then the other person will pick the last one. So they'll get to choose what robots they play. They all have to play each robot. And it is full contact defense. So no bars held. I have no idea because I've never seen this before. Well, glad you're here because these are 2 of the top players. And yeah, it's definitely a great one to watch because you're going to see a lot of the strategies, especially in the full contact, is going to be different. Nick862 will want to avenge himself. Well, I mean, he did win last time pretty convincingly versus Andrew, so I don't know if he'll be wanting to do the avenging, but maybe just securing the W. I see Andrew in chat. I don't see Nick though. SMH Nick. But that's okay. We're just about to get started here. All right, match number 1, best of 5. Nick862 in red, Andrew2137 in blue. And we're going to be starting off with the OG as a reminder for our audience that, yeah, they're going to be playing standard, each robot, 1 time. And then they'll probably choose their strengths. Oh, that's a good point. Actually, why don't we do that real quick? Ignore that timer. There are a few people in chat, so we can win some more points. All right, so Andrew, Nick. A little bit off my game tonight, folks. Apologize. I just got off a call, so there you go. Andrew or Nick, who wins? The 12 and 12-2 champion Nick862, the district champion and SRC 2021 champion is Andrew2137. Your setup looked beautiful in First Canada. Thank you so much, Levid. I'm glad that you liked it. I'm proud that I got it, set up a little bit better. Big betters on Andrew. And keep in mind that this is a pre-recorded matchup, so it did happen at the beginning of January 2021. So it has been a few months. Both these players just coming off their prime in terms of playing. Andrew, perhaps the favorite in terms of, you know, multiplayer experience, which this is a little bit more of a multiplayer experience as it is a 1v1 full contact, which may give Andrew a bit of an edge. But of course, Nick, very dominant in terms of the single player, no contact matches. Just going to remove that timer. Because, yeah, we're just about to get started in just a second. But yeah, only a few people showing up, unfortunately, which is a little bit sad. But still good news for Mr. Labib and C. All right, well, we're locked in. Pretty simple. A little bit of a quieter night, but it will be interesting. All right. Here we go. I might be in the loading screen for... I might have a bug, actually. 1 second, folks. Oh, maybe. All right, we're good. So once again, Nick862 in red, Andrew in blue. So we see their autonomous periods. Nick coming out with a bit of an edge, 85 to 61, 20-point gap, but narrowed down after Teliop, or just into Teliop. Nick gonna cruise underneath. Both players opting for full cycling, but we see Andrew colliding with Nick, trying to prevent the shots from going. But, you know, Nick is ultimately okay with this. He has the lead currently. And they're definitely just tussling in the middle. And this is actually pretty close to the start of the adaptation, their changes to the game, which enabled tech zones. So you'll see that rule is still in effect. So they collide in the middle. They're just saying hello, and Nick up 15 points. Andrew's going to have to find something to do. Is Nick looking for a steal? And he is stealing. Andrew not getting the tech off, and Nick cleanly getting out, but not with a lot of power cells. And Andrew's going to narrow the gap a little bit there. And, oh, there's a tech. Andrew getting teched by Nick862. Going to jump Red Alliance and Nick862 into the lead. Yeah. Andrew said correct. Nick had never done the new tech zones before this night. Andrew making some more shots, but lots of work to do. Nick with a comfortable lead, and he's going to find that he can grab a bunch of power cells and get those into the goal. As we see another potential steal here from Nick. No, Andrew's going to guard and shoots one ball and then picks up another. One ball cycles here from Nick, as Andrew's really just trying to bait that tech because he knows that that's his way back into this match. And Nick sees Andrew on the other side of the field, and he's going to be able to clear out that Blue Alliance station. Andrew knows is probably already gone, so he's just going to pick up a close cycle. There's 13 seconds left. Still could be a climb block win. We'll see Andrew try and go for that, but no, Nick is going to be too quick for that, and it looks like match number 1 is in the books, presuming he climbs. And yeah, very dominant win here from Nick862 in match number 1 on OG. Andrew, please save my 2K power cells. Oh, well, we have team logos which no longer apply, and it's not actually TLS, but Nick on the left, really the edge in everything aside from endgame, which both players, of course, know how to climb very well. Andrew went for the climb block, but in the end, it wasn't really enough, and both players were able to climb just fine. We have better auto and better telly up there from Nick, putting the pressure on early on, but you'd have to say that Nick, OG is definitely his specialty. So he's the longtime world record holder, and Andrew may have better options or better chances in other matchups. So Nick up 1-0. We're gonna look at match number 2. So we're on inertia, and everybody knows that Nick is not a fan of inertia. So if Andrew wants to be in this series, this is definitely the one to win. So we're going to jump into autonomous period. Old autonomous setup, by the way, with the rendezvous. So that is different from standard. But we are going to see autonomous modes roll in here. And Blue Alliance, Andrew, huge lead. And a tech immediately. Nick getting too greedy for those steals coming out of autonomous and gets punished. And we see a 21-point lead for Blue Alliance. And Nick definitely not enjoying the inertia so far. But he'll get a nice quick cycle there in front. Doesn't pick them all up. Struggles a little bit. He's going to recover with a couple and tries to bump Andrew. But he's carrying those 2 balls and really needs to shoot them off before he can go and pick up another full cycle. Goes in the Blue Alliance trench. Tries to steal, but has to get out before Andrew can get there. And still a pretty solid lead here for Andrew, 139-95, as he gets another big steal off as Nick makes his way with a gigantic hopper over to the Red Alliance side. He's going to go to the red trench as Andrew unloads another cycle. And good pacing there. Also, the ball spawns are in the middle, so again, another slight change. So this is just the zones. Nick getting some good steals there off on the side and going to launch those into the goal. And he's really bringing it back here. 164-174. Andrew needs to be careful as Nick goes for another steal again. Andrew's going to get beached in the middle of the field, and that is going to cost him some precious time as he's going to scramble to find some power cells. He's going to get the majority of the rendezvous zone as Nick goes to the red power port to find his power cells as we see a pop of the hopper. 199-191. This has become very close despite that one tech and the autonomous deficit from Nick862. He's really been putting the pressure on Andrew in this final few seconds here. 24 seconds remaining. And there we go, running into the rendezvous, 15 seconds to go. We do see some contact in the middle as we see the wheel going to be attempted here from Andrew. And, oh, a big missed climb at the end. Nick862 went for the wheel. He didn't actually even get it. And also missed the wheel, or also missed the climb. And that's going to seal his fate in match number 2. 286-231. Breakdown looking up now. Missed climb really hurting him, but it wouldn't have made the difference. Auto score about 20 points. We see the penalty score, actually the fouls were a lot less, 15, as you can see. But yeah, also just in favor of Andrew, just barely without the climb, or with the climb. So great comeback here from Andrew, but this is definitely Nick's weakest robots. We're going to see how these two very strong players match up against one of their stronger robots on Roboteers, where both of them have traded world records back and forth. So it is going to be really on this match to see what Nick and Andrew can pull out, and whoever wins this one is definitely going to have a huge advantage heading into the final stage. So it's all tied up, 1-1. Best of 5, remember, so one of these players needs to get 3 wins. And off we go. Roboteers, 2481 inspired robot. And there we go. Much cleaner autonomous here from Nick862. Andrew struggles with a couple of those power cells, and Nick also quicker on the draw here in the rendezvous zone, going for all of them, trying to launch off. And it is actually getting really close at the end. 60 to 58, 2-point gap as they jostle in the rendezvous zone. Is this a best of 3, like 1 in each bot? No, it's a best of 5. So they play, the first 3 matches are 1 on each bot, and then whoever's down after this will choose what robot they want to play. And then if we go to a game 5, the other player will choose. So lots of shots coming in there. 79 to 88. Andrew opening up a little bit of a gap there after the first cycle coming through and picking up a little bit quicker. See him just about a half a second ahead on pace. Nick862 maybe missing some inners there. 94 to 118. Andrew extending his lead as he's going to look to... Ooh, a bunch of missed shots as well there from Nick862 is really going to hurt, especially because he didn't go for the pop, didn't go for the large clump of balls, took the time to take only a few, and oh wow, now we see long shots from Nick862, all outers I think there, so that is not going to be what he's looking for, but he does have the wheel. Andrew, meanwhile, completes the wheel for the Roboteers. More long shots from Nick, trying to just get that pace so that he can't steal from the Red Alliance side. But Andrew's lead continues to grow, and missed shots again from Nick as he's going to do the wheel now. But this is not looking good for Nick862. He is in trouble if he has to play, he's going to have to play 1 match, potentially on inertia for his life, as that is his worst robot. If he can't manage to turn around this match, 154 to 200. So we're coming down to the final 22 seconds. We see the wheel is active for Andrew. He's going to do it. And Nick's still doing long shots, still hitting those outers, and it is really hurting him in the score as Andrew continues to kind of get ahead in the autonomous period, or in the final series. Nick just trying to do the wheel. He was hoping that it would be up, and it's not even up. And wow, climbs potentially missed there. I'm not sure if he was able to get up as we look at the breakdown. It is going to be a win for Andrew, 296 to 214. And yes, Nick was able to climb, but went for the wheel when it was not available. And, really not a great match from him for sure. Yeah, Andrew does make a good point. He couldn't get his hood right. This is when he was struggling with the hood. And if he didn't get it right the first time, then he had to do long shots. So definitely a bit of a struggle. So that's going to put Nick862 down 1 to 2. I think generally would be considered the favorite, but Andrew definitely showing what he's worth here, beating him on a very competitive robot matchup here with Roboteers. All right, so we're going to look at Game 4, and reminder, because Nick is down in this series, he's actually going to be able to select which robot he wants to play. And that is going to be OG, somewhat unsurprisingly. It is the one that he won his single match with. So he's hoping to kind of carry that one into a Game 5. Shots coming in, Andrew unloading, Nick unloading, both struggling with jams. Nick a little bit faster on the pace, and he's going to get a couple of those power cells in autonomous as he's going to be cleared out. Nick862 coming to prevent the steal, and we see a big lead here, 82 to 57. And Andrew has all the work to do to try and remove this from, or stop this from becoming a Game 5, as Nick is definitely cruising around the field, trying to get into position, gets bumped from Andrew, and he's going to move on to other tasks now, maybe going to bait the tech, and Nick almost falling for it. He knows that he can't be giving away those techs, even though they are not the 25 points that is standard in SRC now. It's It was 15 for a technical foul at this point in time, so definitely not something that you want to be handing out to your alliance or your opponent. And we're seeing the wheel being completed by Andrew. Nick is just going to go for full shooting, looks like. I don't mind this. Andrew trying to do something different, trying to get his chances up a little bit here to close this series out. As a reminder, it is match point for Andrew. If he can get the win here, he will be winning and taking the show match. But Nick862 on good pace to potentially, take this to a game 5. Good shooting on the run from Nick862. That's something that he's really pioneered. Very adept at that. And about 30-point gap, 40-point gap for Nick over top of Andrew, as he really shows his skill in clearing that hopper super efficiently as a fantastic OG player. Definitely his specialty. Nick862 going for a steal. He's going to pick up a good chunk of balls and unload those. Andrew's going to find a steal, but there's only 2 power cells over there, so not as impactful. And as it comes down to climbs, Andrew just has to hope that Nick doesn't climb or misses a balance. And as the timer runs out, it does look like Nick862 is going to take it to game 5. And we can see the final match results there. 336 to 319. So good recovery, I think, from Andrew. He was able to do something with it. Actually, I don't. Oh yeah, with the wheel. That's where the missing points are. So even though he got outscored in Teleup Power Cells and Autonomous, he was able to actually bring the match back a little bit. So good effort from him, but unfortunately wasn't able to close it out. And it is going to be going to a final game 5 and deciding matchup here between Nick862 and Andrew2137. Just going to confirm which robot is selected, because now it is Andrew's choice, as he was ahead in the unofficial best of 3 at the start. But of course, this is a best of 5, and he's going to choose the robot that he thinks has the best chance of him winning, and that is going to be Inertia. So game 5 is going to come down to Inertia gameplay, and we saw Andrew win this one last time around pretty convincingly because of that tech. Nick862 was able to bring it back, but it is going to be a close one as we come to our final match of the night. And chat, I want to hear who you think is going to take it in game number 5. We got Nick versus Andrew in Inertia. Nick's notoriously not happy about playing this robot. Andrew, at this point in time was definitely getting up there in terms of the leaderboard. Yeah, Andrew did pick Inertia. Kind of interesting, too. He didn't go for the Roboteers, which is probably Andrew's strongest robot. But at the same time, it's also a very strong robot for Nick862. So there's, balance there. And glad to see you, Mr. Network. Always glad to see new people in. And yeah, if this is your first cast seeing, this is a much more casual stream than we normally have. But if you are interested in more, there's something called Team League Series, which we're in the middle of playoffs, and we'll be having an episode airing sometime early next week, probably. I think Nick will win because Nick was catching last Inertia match. Yep, fair enough. But the tech fouls definitely could be an issue for Nick, as we're going to jump into our deciding match. Nick862 versus Andrew2137. All right, there we go. Autonomous period. Nick862 and Andrew both with pretty clean autonomouses. Nick a little bit quicker to shoot off his power cells. But we see it's actually tied coming out of autonomous. Maybe is the thus settles 2 points favor of Nick as they collide in the middle, and Nick gets a better outcome there. And off we go. Nick already closer or quicker to the punch than Nick or than Andrew, but it is close, 87 to 84. Game 5, do or die for both these players in this little show match of some of our top players in the community. Is Andrew's going to go underneath the trench, pick up a bunch of power cells, and Nick862 looking for the bump is going to get the bump, but bumps on inertia, not the most effective strategy. And wow, look at this aggressive contestation of the power cell pickup from Andrew. And also, yeah, that's the other thing. There's no pin circles. I forgot about that. So you can infinitely play defense. Kind of crazy. Andrew getting a big steal. And 120 to 111, Nick going for the wheel. Andrew opting for a good steal, but now he's going for the wheel. And Blue is actually ahead off of that steal by 1 point. Look at this. And he's just about to complete the wheel, which is going to give him extra points. And this is with the old wheel points, so keep that in mind. Very close here. Andrew now in a bit of a deficit. 10 points down. 10 points up, 10 points down, 10 points up, 10 points down. Very close. Andrew going to jump in ahead. But Nick is coming with a full cycle, comes with a bump. No, doesn't actually impact. And that is going to be a 12-point gap now for the Red Alliance and Nick862 as Andrew's trying to pick up. And he already got a full steal, so this is not looking too good. Andrew now already basically 2 cycles down. Nick's starting to maybe pull away here with 30 seconds left. Andrew's going to need something to get back in this a little bit here. 195 to 178, 25 seconds left. Not a great cycle here from Nick. He's going to go for the wheel, though. And not the quickest one, but he is going to get it. And Andrew not quite at that level, so that might be the difference maker. Is Andrew still needs a couple more power cells. He's going to find it, but can he do the wheel quick enough? He's trying to get it in position. That was a lot quicker. Not sure if he actually got that one as we see a shot come in. Nick and Andrew coming in as the final seconds come, and wow. There was a lot of contact in the end game, but it looks like both players were able to make it up, so don't think there will be any call required. And, of course, that will result in Nick862 taking game number 5 on inertia on his least favorite robot just by a few points there. 279 to 263. So, great job to Nick862 pulling it off at the end. He was down 1 to 2 and pulled out the last 2 in the end. And, yeah, great show match. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It was a really close battle. I'm really looking to do some more show matches in the future after TLS wraps up, so we can have some sort of regular content, either be TLS teams or individuals that maybe are interested, or certain compositions that would be interesting. Maybe a like a triple OG versus triple Roboteers or something crazy that both the robots are very struggling, and maybe we could pick like 3 of the best Roboteers, 3 of the best OGs, and see what happens. Have them go at it. I think that would be really fun. But congratulations to Labib. You picked right in the end, just by a little bit. Unfortunate for Curtis, 4678, losing out on some channel points. But I appreciate your activity in chat, guys. It was a little bit of a quieter night. Not a lot of notice on when this was happening, but yeah, if you missed the full match, it'll be up on YouTube eventually, so yeah, Labib does get everything. All 3,000 actually. There's 2 people that voted on Andrew, so yeah. Only had to put in 100. He got 3,000. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, definitely going to want to have show matches, especially as TLS starts to wrap up. So if you're interested in something, then we can do that. And yeah, I think maybe one that we'll have to get is Specialist versus Alliance 4 if they don't face against each other in TLS, because there's definitely some smack talking there where Specialists lost that one. There were some unfortunate circumstances which caused them to be not full strength, and they're looking for some redemption. Exactly. And I'd also love to do like themed matches, like I said, you know, triple OG versus triple inertia, or, you know, other themed matches. Maybe some sort of like crew battle thing. But yeah, definitely thanks guys for tuning in, and sorry about the wait. Sorry about, you know, a little bit of scuff production tonight, but I figured this was recorded so long ago that I might as well get it out there because it was such a great matchup between two of the best players in our community, and it was definitely an exciting matchup. So thanks guys for tuning in, and we will see you probably at the end of the week for TLS.